Hi everyone, welcome to this video. This video is about binary analysis, so let's continue. I hope you can see my screen, main screen. So in front of me I have Ubuntu machine. It's a 64-bit machine. Let's check. We'll go to settings and then we'll go to details. Here you can see this is operating system type Ubuntu 16.4 LTS 64-bit, and I have a binary file here called crackme. It's a 32-bit binary file, and I'll just open a new terminal here in Ubuntu 64-bit version. Let me cd to desktop, or let me check. Yeah, right now I'm not in desktop. Let me change directory and desktop. So now listing the files. So I have crackme 32-bit. So now I'll try to run this binary file, which is 32-bit file, in a 64-bit machine, and it says it cannot be run because it's 64-bit machine. So anyway, let's switch to a 32-bit machine. I have also a 32-bit machine. So in this 32-bit machine, if you go to system settings, this one is also Ubuntu and 32-bit operating system. The earlier was 62-bit, 64-bit. Now it is 32-bit. You can see here. So I have the same file, and as this machine is operating system is 32-bit, this file will be executed here. Earlier it was not executed because I tried to run a 32-bit file in 64-bit. Anyway, I'll change directory to desktop and try to demonstrate the binary analysis of this file, 32-bit file. So I have changed directory to desktop. I have the file here. Now I'll run this file, and it is asking me for a password. Actually, this 32-bit binary file is a simple file. We are doing the binary analysis for this file. Just first part is information gathering, and we'll try to crack. But first we'll just enter a random password and check. It says wrong password. So if we try to enter any random password, then if the password is incorrect, then it will obviously tell wrong. It will say wrong. Okay, now let's exit, clear the screen, and we will use a file to check. So if we check the manual of man file, so it determines the file type. You can see here, this is the manual. We'll use file to determine the file type of that binary file. So now I will type I'll determine the file type using file command. File. So now it says it's a 32-bit ELF, and Intel platform, and LSB. It's a least significant bit. It means it's a little Indian, and 32-bit ELF. You can read it here. 32-bit ELF, executable and linking format ELF. So now we will use another tool called Rabin2. So if we go ahead and type man Rabin2, enter, so we'll know about Rabin2. That is, it's a binary program info extractor. So we'll use binary program info extractor Rabin2 tool to extract information about this crack me 32-bit file, binary file, and we will use different options. Like here we will use -I, minus capital I will show the binary info, and later we will also use other switch. We can use any other switch also, so later we will use other options. So we can also use Rabin2 and help to check for possible combination. Manual file also give you all the information about this tool that extract binary information. So I can type --help. So we can use different options. Here we later will use -z option, that is strings, to find out information. Strings, we can also use strings to find out information, but with Rabin2 we can also get string information, that is the strings that are stored inside this binary file. So now let's clear the screen and use Rabin2 to get information about this binary file. So we'll type Rabin2 and then -I, enter. So as you can see, this is executable and linking format ELF 32, and bits is 32-bit Intel. So now we will clear the screen, and we can use another a tool called strings. For example, we can use manual strings. So strings is a tool that prints the strings of a printable characters in the file. So if there are any printable character present inside that binary file, it will print and we can read those printable characters. So now we will run strings and see crack me 32-bit if there are any printable characters. strings strings. So we can see the strings here, all the printable characters, and we can see some interesting things like enter password, congrats, wrong, some good job numbers are there. So here actually sometimes if the password is not protected well, like sorry, not the program is not written well in like protected well, you can say like the developer, he compared the password with the right and wrong password, so we can easily guess maybe this is the right password. Good job. Anyway, we will see more. We will try to analyze the binary file a little bit more. So after extracting strings from this binary file, we clear the screen, and we can use we use strings. Now we can use again Rabin2 with the Z option to find out strings. Earlier we just found we used the -I option, but now we'll use -Z option and see. So these are the strings actually. So you can see a password, enter password, then again congrats, again wrong, and one more string we can find is good job. Maybe this is the password, but we'll try to analyze a little bit more. Now we will also, what we can do is we can dump actually the hex, like we can check the hexadecimal of this using another command, another tool. Again we can use man and xxd, find out more about xxd. So xxd make a hex dump or do the reverse, you can read it here. So we'll just quit and use xxd to dump the hex from this file, 32-bit binary file xxd. So you can see this is the hexadecimal dump of the binary file. So we can also find some strings here. If we look carefully, we can see that good job string is also available here. Yeah, you can see good job. Anyway, we will try to analyze more, as this is just basic cracking tutorial, software cracking tutorial. This binary file is 32-bit, and we are using a 32-bit operating system and trying to do a binary analysis and crack the software. But through analysis only we are able to find the software, sorry, password. Maybe we are guessing, but not exactly, we are not actually sure about it. Now we can use other tools also, like Radar2 and GDB, to further analyze this file. So now we will use Radar2. For that we can use manual man, RADARE, Radar2, enter. So you can see Radar2 is an advanced command line hexadecimal editor, as well as it is also a command line disassembler, and also it is also a command line debugger. So now we will use Radar2 debugger, Radar2 on this 32-bit file and analyze it further. RADARE2, enter. So now we can see it is stuck in this prompt. Now we can give a question mark and find out more options. This will allow us to review the different options that is available. So these are the different options we can also show help for or something like question mark, question mark, sorry, yeah, and these are different options, you can read it here. Now we will be using P for printing the current block with format and length, also project management utilities, and then D for debugger commands, and F for set flag at current address. So we'll use all that at the main function, pdf @ main, enter. So now we can see the assembly instruction, actually what is happening with the program. So here you can see some enter password, length, then congrats, length, add. These are assembly instruction. So let's see more, let's analyze more. So actually we are looking for string like strcmp, so where actually the password is getting compared, and whether if a true password, then good job, we are able to log in. If a wrong password, then wrong, we'll get an error message. So let's check for manual strcmp. So strcmp, it compares two strings actually, so we should look for such strings here. So if we have something like that compares strcmp, here you can see sysm.imp.strcmp. Here it is comparing something. So let's use another tool. We want to look at the this code only with a different like debugger. It's a GDB. We can exit and check the man. So we'll be using GDB tool to look at the code a little bit differently, but it is a GNU debugger, and the purpose of a debugger you can read more about in this manual. It allows you to see what is going on inside the program and what another program was doing at that moment, like what is all like happening inside the program. We can check using this GNU debugger GDB. So now we will quit and then we'll run the program again using GDB and look for that strcmp compare, where it compares to string. Now we will type GDB and then here actually we have to disassemble the main function, so we have to mention it here. So for that we will type disassemble main function. This is the main dis. So we are now disassembling main function, and now we can check the main function where and particularly we will look at the compare string. As you can see here, this is string compare is happening here. So we can set a breakpoint here and run the program and check. That means when we set a breakpoint, then using this GDB we can set a breakpoint in this program, and the program will run till here, and then it will stop, and we can check what happens next. So now we will set a breakpoint. For that we will type break, then star, then that address. Now enter. Now it says breakpoint at this particular address. Now we will run the program, run. So it will run and then stop at that point where it will compare the two string. So it is asking us to enter the password, and we will just try a random password and see what happens. So we will type random, PASSWORD, random password, and then we press enter, and as you can see here it is giving us a good job as a string that we saw earlier when we analyzed the binary file using strings and redir2. Not redir2, yeah, with strings also we could find actually. So most probably this is the password. Good job. So let's copy. So we have to actually exit, or we can run the program once more and check. See, when we start, it will when we run the program again, it will ask the password, and we can enter any random password. Then it will compare the string, and then actually it is due to the vulnerable coding, like we are able to see actually. So most probably this is the password. So we will now get outside GDB and then run the program, track me, and we'll try to enter that password. Through Rubin 2 also we try to get the same, we could find the same string using -z option. So now let's enter that string. Most probably this is the password, and like I guess it says congrats. So we could easily crack the password, I mean guess the password through binary analysis. So further it can get more advanced, so we need to crack, we should understand more about assembly language and then change something so that we can crack, modify the password. So thanks for watching so far, and please subscribe, and if you like the video let me know. Thanks for watching.